Hey everyone, how's it going? Welcome back to another Walking Dead The Ones Who Live video. So we actually got a teaser trailer here, and this was actually really good. I was so worried about this. I was honestly so worried that what we were going to get was like a small little teaser of whatever, and I was just like, oh, you gotta release something bigger here. Like, this is the end of Fear the Walking Dead, and I wasn't really expecting a trailer because I feel like when the trailer is gonna come out, there's going to be some sort of announcement. Like, we're gonna know. They're probably gonna tell us the day before, like, oh, tomorrow the trailer drops at this time or 24 hours kind of thing, right? But we got this here, and there's a lot of details here. There's actually quite a bit of stuff here that we can actually read into here that tells us a lot about the story. So we're going to have a lot to talk about here in terms of, just this show over the next month. And that's the thing. They're going to be starting to promote this show now because the show has an official release date, and we'll get into that here. But we are 98, and as of tomorrow, I guess, we'll be 97 days away until this episode actually comes out. So yeah, definitely get very hyped. Before we go any further, make sure to be a subscriber if you do want to get all my Walking Dead content like this. But let's break down this trailer. So we actually have right here, the title card at the very end here says new series premiering February 25th on AMC and AMC Plus. So I mean, the excitement right there, again, I know there's probably, I don't know, there's chances for a season 2, but it's just sort of right now it's like we'll have to wait and see. But just seeing them say new series February 25th, it's exciting. I mean, obviously, if they promote it as like a limited series kind of thing, and it's whatever, but they're not really promoting it like that. Like, they've talked about that in the past, but lately it's just been, here's a new series. Like, this is a new series premiering this year kind of thing. So anyways, we have the date. It's February 25th. I really cannot wait. Like, I'm just thinking about what's going to be going on around my life at that point right there. My daughter's birthday is pretty much around that time, actually. So that's going to be kind of insane. I'm probably going to have her party. I'll have to figure this out because I'm not going to have their birthday parties because I have 2 daughters that are born like the end of February and then at some point early mid-March. And I really don't want to have their birthday parties on like a weekend where this is going to be airing, because this is going to really take up so much. Like, this is going to be like, this is it. This is really it in terms of Walking Dead stuff. We've been waiting for things for Rick. And even if we get a season 2, that might not be out for a very long time, right? Like, this might be it in terms of Rick stuff for a couple years. So this is going to be a really monumental moment here. And so February 25th, that's a Sunday, obviously. That means that the series finale here for season 1 or whatever it's going to be is airing on March 31st. So that is apparently in Canada that's Easter. So I just checked that. That's gonna be really unfortunate. I don't know what we're gonna do there. This show is just like, honestly, like that's the thing about this show. With other shows, I can sort of move my schedule around and like it makes sense. But this show here is taking up my time like entirely. I'll be doing so many videos because this is what I've been so excited for many years. And we actually have a release date. We will see Rick Grimes and Michonne Grimes back on February 25th of February 2024. So again, 98 days away, but if it's after midnight where you are, then it's probably 97 days away. And that is going to fly by. I'm letting you know that is really going to fly by, especially when we get to the 50-day mark. Like, once it's around 50 days to go, it's just like nothing. It always flies by immediately. So yeah, the hype is going to be really unreal here. And let's just get into the trailer here and actually break down some of the shots, because that's probably what you guys do want to actually talk about here, right? So the first shot here opens up of Rick, and he's looking at the phone here. And obviously we've already seen this shot, but this is just a more extended shot of him actually looking at this phone. We see this shot here of Michonne, and she's holding Rick's boots, and she's around a campfire here, it seems like, and she's very upset, and I think she's just really missing him right now. She's just like, where are you, and she's probably been looking for a very long time, because we don't know what the timeline is here of this show. You know what I mean? Like, this could be set after Daryl Dixon, it could be set after Dead City. We have no idea when this show is going to be set, and so she could have been looking for Rick for a very long time, a couple of years, right? And she could be getting very close here, but this seems to be something that we're going to see pretty early on in season 1, and she's upset, and it's getting to her, right? Like, she's just not able to find him. Like, where is he, right? And we get to this next shot here, and we have Andrew Lincoln saying, people are going, where have you gone? And I love the fact that they have the actors here talking in this teaser. That's the part about this that makes this feel like a mid-season teaser, because usually around this time of year, it's always the first half of The Walking Dead would have ended, and then we're just waiting for the second half to air in February, right? This 30-second teaser really feels like one of those teasers that they would tease for that, like a 30-second teaser on like what to expect for the second half of the season. And yeah, again, I'm actually a huge fan of this teaser here. There's nothing here that feels like it's like a TV spot. Like, this is an actual legit teaser that they put together here, and we have Andrew Lincoln saying, people are going, where have you gone? And I think he's sort of referencing, he could be referencing 2 things here. the fans, because fans are like, where are you, Rick? Right. And but not even just that, everyone else is like, where are you? Right. Some people think you're dead. They've learned more recently that you're alive. And so, yeah, people in general are going, where have you gone? Where is Rick Grimes? And then we get a cut to like a bunch of crazy shots. And we see this shot here of Rick, and he actually does kill the walker. We've already seen this before. Another shot here of Michonne killing another walker. Like, these are just like the end, I think, of the other scenes that were kind of cut out, but it's basically the same scene. But in the shot here of Michonne, I'm not entirely sure if this is a promotional shot or what, just because the lighting seems a little weird. We have a shot right here of this walker that we've already seen before, so we can go by that. But then we have Rick Grimes here waking up, it looks like. And again, I think, like, in terms of what he's been up to for however long, first of all, it seems like he's waking up from a dream. We haven't seen the dream yet, I will say that. Like, there's been no actual dream, unless when you go back to this one shot of the walker, unless this is actually the dream, like maybe, because the walker does seem kind of insane. Like, what is happening here? Like, the nighttime shots and everything just kind of seems insane. So maybe the walker is running at him, and it's like, how do I take care of this walker kind of thing? Because it's insane. Then he just kind of wakes up here. And he just opens his eyes, and he's awake now, right? And I mean, he's been waking up alone for a very, very long time now, all by himself. And now it's just, what do I do next? And this shot is just kind of cool, because I don't know what it is with Rick, but any shots of him where he's just like waking up kind of thing, it's always stuff that will like be very reminiscent of like the pilot episode, right? Or moments that happened in season 8 or in season 9 kind of thing. And like it's just one of those things. And now we have that here with this show. So yeah, very cool to see. This shot here shows me the budget of this show, and so seeing this was really cool because it's a nighttime shot, and this seems to be, I don't know if this is the health and welfare complex, not entirely sure of what's going on here, but it's obviously like you got a helicopter going around. This seems to be like really heavily guarded, right? So Rick, and I'm sure a bunch of other people are being held here. Like, I think this is actually where Rick Grimes is. So that's actually kind of insane. And I wonder if this is more of a, an actual secure place where people really can't escape. And that's where Rick is right now. And I mean, again, just like the visuals here, this is where you see the budget, right? Like, that's what I'm kind of excited about for the show, is just seeing the other characters and seeing the story of the CRM under the budget of, what this show is going to be. Because we've seen how Daryl Dixon was, right? And Dead City. So this is looking really good so far. And then we have this one shot here of Michonne, and yeah, she's just talking here. Denai Guerrera is like, it's a really exciting story to tell. She kind of keeps continuing on with this. And we see this one shot of Michonne here, and she seems really upset about something here, but more curious, I would say. And I wonder if this is around the time where she's sort of near that house. It's kind of hard to say because like literally the next shot here, I do think it's like not connected, but this could be later on. But she's looking at like all of this destruction here. And to me, this looks like a massive ship. Like, I could be wrong, and maybe this is a plane. I can't really tell what it is, honestly. But to me, it's a ship. So it's some sort of ship. Something happened, and is this Civic Republic related? Michonne, I think, is going to learn some clues here. I think this could actually be the place where she does learn about like the Civic Republic. Like, because that's the thing. She needs to learn of the CRM. And that's the one thing that, I guess us fans have had a hard time trying to connect in terms of like how is she going to connect the Civic Republic to Rick, and how is that going to work, And I think this place here, going on that boat and finding more evidence of anything with the Civic Republic, I think that is going to be the key to finding Rick Grimes. And I think that's kind of what we're seeing right here. I think we are seeing she's starting to find some evidence on where he is. It does say safe haven, so I'm not sure what that means. Like, that's the thing too. This could just be maybe a safe haven for another group that lives here, right? Kind of hard to say, but Michonne is coming across this new group, it looks like, and this might be, how she does find out some more evidence about the Civic Republic. Like, basically, this is like another step in her journey, and it's a very crucial one for sure. And then we have this shot here of Rick and obviously some of the other CRM soldiers, and this is just, sort of continuing the other shots that we've seen of Rick. We have another shot here of a soldier who at this point is unnamed. I don't think he's actually cast in any role right now. So I'm not entirely sure, like literally at all, the role that he will be playing here. But this is a Civic Republic soldier wearing really different armor, like entirely different armor. The armor is like black and red. Looks really incredible. Like, honestly looks insane. And the one thing that I will say is I remember from like the last day of filming, a lot of the photos that were posted, a lot of the characters there were wearing this type of armor and all that. That's why to me, I'm just thinking that there could be a season 2, because I'm like, unless you film things out of order and you made that final scene, the final thing that you were going to film that day for Rick and Michonne's story, like something like this, then I guess that makes sense. But anyways, I don't know who this is, but that armor, really incredible. I am so hyped for this. Like, you could just see the budget here. It's legit. And then we have Andrew Lincoln here saying, our ambition is to have some answers. And so, obviously, like, him saying that is, it's just basically like, you know, what we want is, we want to have some answers for you guys on, you know, where Rick has been and what's been happening, kind of thing. And, you know, stuff like that is where I really feel like there is going to be more than one season. It's because there is so much in this trailer that they're setting up in terms of them reuniting and everything. There's no way I can see it ending so fast. You know, like, it just feels a bit too soon. But establishing the Civic Republic, getting into a lot of conflict, reuniting the characters and all that, even if we don't get 3 seasons like I've been talking about, doing an extra season, like just doing a second and final part kind of thing, I think makes a lot of sense. I could actually see that happening. And the story here so far seems to kind of hint at it, because there's been nothing behind the scenes on like anything of previous actors filming things or just anything like that. I know Norman Reedus was there on the set for the final day, but like, he wasn't filming anything. And also, it makes no sense because Daryl's not there at all. He's in France right now. And plus, they confirmed he was just there visiting, and you could tell just by the outfit he was wearing and all that. But then we have some shots here of Rick Grimes, and yeah, he's killing walkers. This is sort of the job that he has to do right now. And it's just it's one of those things that obviously has, I guess, been the miserable part of his life the last however many years, right? And then we have Michonne right here, with the quote underneath, which I really like. These two people are so powerful, and I really love that, because I mean, yeah, Michonne and Rick are definitely, you know, the strongest characters that we've ever really had on The Walking Dead. I'm very curious on this scene with Michonne though, because she looks like she's wearing a laboratory uniform or something like that, and so I'm just kind of curious on this scene. I'm like, is she helping people out here? Like, at this point, she's at the Civic Republic, right? Like, there's no way this is not anywhere like outside of the Civic Republic. At this point, she seems to be helping them out. So what's happening here? Like, who is she talking to? Like, she seems really upset. So is it Jadis? I think this is probably from episode 4. Like, this has to be from later episodes. And then we go to the next shot here, and we have Rick, and again, just really cool shot. I think this is still from the first episode. I think this shot right here is just of Rick having to kill walkers right away and stuff. So yeah, really cool shot. But then we have this one here of Michonne, and I do think that this shot right here of Michonne is when her and Rick are already together. And a big thing is because of her outfit change as well. She has new clothes here at this point. If you're looking, like, she has a new sweater. Like, why would she have that sweater? You know, if she was actually, I mean, her outfit beforehand was so different. And at this point here, she has a truck and she has this outfit on. So I'm just thinking that her and Rick at this point have already reunited. And this is probably like episode 4 or something like that. I think this is later on in this season for sure. And then, yeah, we have this shot here of, I believe those are the 2 characters that were there in Michonne's final episode, right? Pearl Thorne here, who seems to be in a Civic Republic uniform. So very interesting, because we saw her beforehand, right? And she was not in a Civic Republic uniform. Like, she was just in a uniform that Rick was wearing, right? And she sort of had the same job as Rick, but I'm guessing this is later on in the series and she actually joins the military. So maybe that's a thing. Like, Rick is doing what he's doing, but he could easily stop doing that if he just joins the military. Maybe he just doesn't want to fight their cause, kind of thing. I have no idea. But Pearl Thorne is here, and she almost looks like she could be a villain here. Like, I don't know what it is about it, but it's just the shot in general. She looks very angry, and they're all wearing Civic Republic like uniforms here. So I'm just like, what is happening? Unless maybe at this point there are some people within the military that are actually just more on their side, right? So that are actually just like more, I guess, rebelling and whatever. So maybe that's all that's happening here, because it's a very, very interesting shot here. But yeah, then we keep going here, and we actually get our first shot of Major General Beale, and this right here is incredible. Like, this is exactly how I pictured this character. It was exactly like this. Like, I guess besides the sword. First of all, I thought that the sword was Michonne's katana. I don't know if it is. It is very hard to tell because you can't really see what he's holding, but I'm just going to assume that it's not. If it is, that makes sense, because, you know, maybe Michonne found Rick and then she got captured, kind of thing as well. And so they took her weapon, and Major General Beale is just looking at the weapon right here. that makes sense. Or maybe he just has his own weapon and he's trained in this way. I think that would be so epic because maybe we could actually have a Michonne and Major General Beale fighting scene, right? Like sword fighting scene. That would be crazy. I don't think we've ever had a sword fighting scene ever. And so maybe, is Michonne trained in that way? Like she's trained very much. I mean, I guess she was beforehand. She's just never really fought anyone like that in terms of like actual sword fighting, right? We've never really seen that on this show, but I'm assuming she is trained in that because obviously she's had this weapon for a very long time, right? And so if that's what they're setting up here, I'm so down for that. That could be a really, really epic battle scene. And we have this shot here of some more CRM soldiers and there's explosions going off and we actually see the logo here and the shots just look, yeah, a lot better. We see the new character here named Nat. Still don't know anything about this character. Another shot of Rick, and it's just a closer up shot, and he's just screaming because of just obviously having to kill walkers. It's just, and then there's this shot right here of Michonne, and again, just judging by her clothes here, I'm like, she wasn't wearing this before. It seems like when she gets to the Pacific Republic, she's wearing a different outfit. I think here, I think she's already found Rick. I think Rick's probably in the other side of the car. That's just kind of my general prediction right now. But that's basically the trailer here. Then it just kind of goes back to the release date here of February 25th. And yeah, so very, very interesting. Definitely worth staying up for. I'm very, very excited. We're 3 months away. I mean, this time is honestly going to fly by so much. And yeah, I'm just very excited. So definitely make sure to be a subscriber if you want more The Walking Dead The Ones Who Live content like this. And I'll see you guys in the next one.